So I have a new foundation that I just bought the other week, a week ago, and I wanted to just tell you about it and do kind of an overall review on what I liked, what I didn't like, and so on and so forth. So I picked this new foundation up at Walgreens. It was $7.99 and it is called Fit Me, and it's by Maybelline. It's part of their whole new Fit Me collection. They have concealers, powders, blushes, bronzers, everything. And this is their foundation, and I wanted to try this first. I only got this because I wanted to see if I liked it, and if I did, then I would go back and get the rest of the collection. But I'm still on the fence about this. This foundation is supposed to give you natural looking coverage, or it's supposed to match your natural tone. That's what it's supposed to do, and blend seamlessly and let your skin breathe. I'm totally just reading it from the back here. But it's supposed to fit your natural skin. It's supposed to look like a second skin, I guess. That's what they're aiming for. And for the most part, I feel like it does that. It matches my skin tone perfectly, I feel. But it does not last long. And it doesn't say that it's a long-lasting foundation, but I was a little disappointed with how much, drugstore foundations have come, how far they've come in recent years, like with Revlon Photo Finish. I felt that this should have at least lasted longer than it did. Even with a primer, it started to fade around my nose and my hairline and just pretty much everywhere. And that was with a primer and setting powder. So I was disappointed in that. It doesn't have great coverage, and that's something that I need. I have a lot of post-acne marks, acne scarring, and I still have blemishes. And so that's a concern of mine, and it didn't seem to cover that very well. It was a very natural, light to medium coverage, which is fine if you have, more on the normal skin, very few blemishes and imperfections. But for me personally, I need something with more coverage, and I've yet to find a really good foundation that does that I can stand. The Revlon Photo Finish is alright, but I feel like it's I'm not totally in love with it, and my shade is too light right now for me anyways. But speaking of shades, my shade is 230 and I am in medium, so I guess their lighter colors are the 100s, mediums are the 200s, and darks are the 300s. I could be wrong, but that's the idea that I got. The reason I was drawn towards it was because of the square bottle, and I just love that. I love how modern and clean lined it looks, and I don't see that too often in drugstore foundations. They're usually just round or kind of oval shaped, but I thought this was really great packaging. And the thing I do love about it is that the shade is right on the bottle, so you can't really get it wrong if you pick up the wrong shade. Like, it's just all totally on your fault. Whereas before, if you just couldn't see the tiny little numbers on the bottom, then you're screwed if you got the wrong shade. But this is kind of just like your foundation shade. It will always be there. You can just grab it because you can see it right on the bottle. So I like that. So let me show you what it looks like on. It doesn't have a pump. It's just a pour top, and it makes for messy. I put it in a bowl just because that's how I like to do it. So I like to just pour mine into a bowl. That was too much. Anyways, so I'm going to use a MAC 187 brush and just stipple it on, show you the coverage so you can get an idea. My face is kind of pink because I have so much acne, but this nicely evens the color out, but you can kind of see that it gives this kind of odd finish. And I've had other foundations that did this in the past, and tinted moisturizers, which are usually better, but and I've always returned those. But I just love the color, so I'm willing to put up with it. So I usually try to avoid my eyebrows, but for the sake of this, I'm just gonna cover them. I don't really like using this brush for this because it does get a little streaky. I've heard that MAC 109s are a lot better. Talia swears by it, so that's probably be the next brush I pick up. But these are so expensive that I only have one brush. I only have one full-size MAC brush. So yeah, that's what it looks like on me. I'll swatch it on the back of my hand so you can, if you're relatively my color, you can get an idea. That's what it looks like. It's pretty yellow. It's just kind of neutral color. Let me get foundation out of my eyebrows. And so that's what it looks like. Like I said, it doesn't really cover all of my post-acne marks, which that's part of the reason I wear foundation, is so I can cover those up. I don't particularly like the look of foundation, but like I wish I could just go out with no makeup on, and I have done that, but it isn't always the best. And so what I usually do next is I will set my foundation with this Makeup Forever setting powder. And this is a little sample I got at Sephora because I'm a beauty insider and I reached at least 100 points. So this is what it looks like when it's set. And anywhere I don't strongly put a ton of setting powder is where it's going to wear off quicker, obviously. But I work in a retail store and it didn't really last my 4-hour shift, which annoyed me. But so this is what it looks like. Like I said, I like the color. I like kind of the overall finish of it, what it looks like as a finished product, but I don't like how it accentuates every single little imperfection and kind of clings to it. And I exfoliated this morning, so it really has no excuse. If you have normal skin or you want to try something new, I definitely recommend trying it, and if you don't like it, just take it back. Like I said, I'm still on the fence. I don't know if I really love this foundation, but I'm going to give it a try. And it does have SPF 18, which is nice. Most either have none or too much. So yeah, I paid for this at Walgreens for $7.99, somewhere around there. I'm not affiliated with this company in any ways. It's totally my review, my opinion, as you can tell because I stutter. I would imagine that if you were getting paid to do it, you would have it all written down nice and eloquent, but I don't. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, so bye.